Coca-Cola may have recently surpassed Apple as the most popular brand in the world, but Coke previously held that position. Additionally, the soft drink brand is thought to be worth $79.2 billion, indicating that they must still be succeeding in their efforts. But what exactly are they doing that has elevated them to the status of one of the most recognizable brands ever? Before we find that out, watch the entire video to see how we respond to questions. Then click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. They have a great product. When Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist, created the soft drink in 1886, people believed that carbonated water was healthy. The fact that Coca-Cola was first created as a medicine contributed significantly to its appeal. Not that you should intentionally lead customers to believe your product has medicinal properties, but having a product you firmly believe in and are enthusiastic about is the best place to start. The Coca-Cola Company takes pride in upholding high standards for food safety and quality around the world. They only use high-quality ingredients, impose strict supplier requirements, and adhere to all applicable safety rules established by regulatory compliance organizations. In a nutshell, they demand that every step of the way along their supply chain, their beverages are produced to exacting standards of quality and safety. The brand has high standards because they want people to enjoy their products all over the world. People demand that all products they serve adhere to standards and policies. This comprises internationally acknowledged standards, regional regulatory requirements, and, if necessary, the creation of their own standards to safeguard customers. They are aware of the values held by their company. The Coca-Cola Company was founded in 1892, 6 years after the product was created, and in order for the business to be successful, it created a mission statement as part of its branding. Instead of just selling products, Coca-Cola's mission is to significantly improve the world and make it a better place. Every successful business is aware of its core values and what it stands for. The core of the Coca-Cola Company's philosophy is their dedication to using sustainable manufacturing practices to satisfy consumers' expectations for refreshing, high-quality, and safe products. Strong product quality, adherence to standards, ongoing testing and auditing, and adopting a progressive mindset toward innovation and scientific methods have made Coca-Cola a world leader in the products that they serve. They weave a tale. Although Coca-Cola's early advertisements merely praised its distinct flavor, the company began pioneering new forms of advertising in the early 1900s by featuring images of people having a good time while drinking Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola is packaging an emotion associated with their product, these tales and emotional moments help us forget that we are being sold to. Try to sell a lifestyle and be more deft and clever because consumers have become more savvy to traditional forms of advertising. Additionally, they offer a variety of products that support the sale of a lifestyle. More than 200 brands and thousands of different beverages, ranging from coffee and tea to soft drinks and water, are now included in their beverage portfolio. The brand has become memorable. After the Coca-Cola Polar Bear made its debut in France in 1922, print advertisements occasionally included polar bears for the next 70 years. The iconic bear is beloved by customers, and even a fleeting glance at him makes them think of the Coca-Cola Corporation. If you can develop a recognizable icon to represent your brand, people will begin to recognize and remember you. Their objective is to develop the beverage options and brands that people adore, revitalizing them both physically and mentally, and done in a way that enhances the quality of life for individuals, groups, and the environment, while also promoting more ethical business conduct and a better shared future. Coca-Cola markets itself in a unique way compared to competing products. Since it first sponsored the Olympics in Amsterdam in 1928, Coca-Cola has been a supporter of the Games. Coca-Cola is extending its reach by supporting events like these in sports, as well as programs like American Idol on television. We acknowledge that there aren't many brands as well known as Coke, But you can still establish your brand in your neighborhood by getting involved and supporting neighborhood events that align with your own objectives. The primary way that their products reach the marketplace starts with Coca-Cola, which manufactures and sells concentrates, beverage bases, and syrups to bottling operations. Coca-Cola is in charge of consumer brand marketing initiatives and also owns the brands. Their vending partners and customers receive the final branded beverages that are produced, packaged, merchandised, and distributed by our Coca-Cola bottler partners. These partners then sell the products to customers. To carry out localized strategies created in collaboration with the company, all bottling partners maintain close relationships with customers, including, among many others, grocery stores, restaurants, street vendors, convenience stores, movie theaters, and amusement parks. Then they distribute 1.9 billion servings of their products to customers every day. They have a strong connection with their audience. Coca-Cola joined Twitter in 2009 in an effort to start conversations and participate in them after realizing more recently that consumers generate more stories and ideas than they do. You need to engage with your customers rather than just broadcast to them in an era where social media is quickly replacing traditional marketing channels as the most effective means of brand communication. Facebook, Twitter, and other social media platforms are crucial to your brand. Coca-Cola is one brand in FMCG that has been able to successfully navigate this era of social media enlightenment. When it was feasible, Coca-Cola tagged the artists, evoking a sense of community and returning to the campaign's original goal of emphasizing positivity, upliftment, and connection on social media. The brand's Share a Coke campaign involved Coca-Cola changing the logo on the bottles of its Coke products with well-known names, and it employed similar strategies to engage consumers rather than artists. Coca-Cola released the first 150 names in the UK at the beginning of 2013. With the intention of them posting pictures of their own customized Coke bottles on social media, the company also sent some to celebrities and made them available for the general public to find in stores. Within 6 months of the campaign's debut, Coca-Cola reported 330 million Twitter impressions, with nearly 170,000 tweets from 160,000 fans. The campaign was a social media success. The brand is innovative. The Coca-Cola Christmas truck first appeared in television commercials in 1995, and it has since come to represent the beginning of the holiday season. Since 2010, it has been traveling the nation and stopping in various towns during the holiday season as a representation of holiday joy. Try to think creatively when developing your marketing strategy to think of fresh, engaging ways to interact with your clients and create lasting relationships. Even though it's true that very few businesses can match Coca-Cola's potent branding, there are some important lessons that can be drawn from the soft drink maker, and their successful strategies can be used by almost any type of company. Selling concentrates and syrups to approved bottling partners is how the Coca-Cola Company typically makes net operating profits. In order to prepare, package, sell, and distribute finished beverages, bottling partners mix the concentrates with still or sparkling water and/or sweeteners, depending on the product. The finished product operations are primarily operations for bottling, sales, and distribution that are owned or controlled by the company. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed the content. If you do, show some love, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our excellent and informative videos.